The most perhaps frequent questions that I am asked by listeners of my global audience is the following. In a conversation, the individual will give me a symptom that is particularly problematic for them. And then their question is, okay, so how can I get relief from this symptom? What would you recommend? And I have to admit that's a difficult response for me since there are many, many, many different possibilities. So we can go through a long list of possibilities, or let me explain why I think there's a different approach. So let's, if we could, focus on for you a symptom that is problematic for you, whatever that symptom might be. Now, there are two really responses to that symptom. The first is suppress this symptom temporarily. Now, that I have to say is probably the most common response. How do you suppress the symptom? Well, there are medicines that medical professionals can prescribe for you. You take them, and in perhaps 10 minutes, you feel better. Unfortunately, you have to keep taking the medicine sometimes for the rest of your life. There are also natural supplements that don't have the horrendous side effects of some of these medicines. And so you can take a supplement, and sometimes you take the supplement and there's temporary relief, and you say, hurrah. Now, I want that. Everybody wants that. Nothing wrong with that. Now, the second response is to ask the question that I am always asking you. What do you suspect is the cause of this symptom? So I ask now for you to provide a silent answer to that question for yourself. You've got the symptom that you focused on. Now ask yourself the question, what is causing that symptom? When I ask people that question, about half of the individuals have some pretty good suspicions, about half don't. In fact, they've never really even thought about answering that specific question. Now, the reason why that's so useful when you know what the cause is, you can begin to apply some therapies, some approaches, some methods that will help to heal that very specific cause. Now, all that's well and good, and I've spent quite a bit of effort in all of my online courses providing information to individuals for what they can do to heal those particular symptoms, healing from, as I say, from the inside out using natural methods. Now, I'm not done yet. All right, so let's say that you identified a cause of your symptom, or maybe you're speculating, well, maybe it's this or that. You really don't know. But just imagine you do have a good idea of what that cause is. Perhaps it's toxins or toxic exposure. Perhaps it's EMFs. Perhaps you got the phone next to your ear rather than having headphones on. Whatever the reason is, you've got a very specific cause. Now, to make this more complicated for you, my apologies, what's causing the cause? Oh, wait a minute. So there's not just one simple answer. The answer is no. As it turns out, there is probably cause A that's affecting symptom A, but what's causing A? Well, it's cause B. What's causing B? Well, it's C. What's causing C? It's caused blah, 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 on and on and on and on, etc., etc. The body is a miracle, and it is also a complex mechanism that no researcher, no scientist has a clue how it actually functions. I just want to tell you, no one really knows. All that researchers are able to do is they're able to look at a symptom and then identify a potential treatment that might suppress that or even heal it from the inside out and see if that really succeeds or not. That's a very, really simple way of looking at the challenge. All right, so great, that's really complicated. Do you want to now, I ask yourself, spend all of your time, maybe of course some of your time, but all of your time, all of your energy in chasing after cause A, cause B, cause C, cause D, cause E, going all the way down the rabbit hole? Well, you may want to enjoy that. You may want to get some intellectual pleasure out of that. But I have a very different approach that I really encourage you to take. And that approach is, all right, let's step back and stop worrying about the symptoms and rather ask yourself, What practices do I need to adopt that are healthy practices that will support my body's ability to heal? You have to exercise. You have to move. Are you moving? Well, many of you I know are every single day. You're doing a good job at that. What about your food intake? Now, when I ask individuals about that, oftentimes I'll specifically ask the question, well, what about your sugar intake? How is that? And I would say 70% of the answers that I get are the following. Well, yeah, I know sugar is a big issue for me, and I'm doing my best, or I'm trying to cut down, or I'm trying to do as little of that as possible. Now, all of those answers are, and I want to be a little critical here, aren't the right answer. The right answer is, I know that sugar is the most deadly toxin for my body. I'm dedicated to heal symptom, whatever your symptom is. And so instead of suffering with that symptom, no sugar, none, cut it out. Even if it's Aunt Molly's special sponge cake that she makes every holiday season and we all truly enjoy that, it gives us emotional satisfaction. Well, it's got a lot of sugar in it. Are you going to eat Molly's sponge cake? Well, maybe not. But what I'm saying is, one of the big practices is to focus on wellness, what you need to do in order to be able to really heal your whole body rather than focusing on primarily specific symptoms. Yes, focus on those. Yes, ask the question, what are the causes? But I think more importantly, what can you do in a holistic sense? Natural practices that everybody knows about that will enable your body to get the support it needs to do what it needs to do and can do naturally. The body knows how to come back into balance. The body knows how to heal. We just have to give it the support that it needs in order to make that happen. So my answer for you is, don't get this too complicated. Spend more time with the kind of practices that just generically will enable your body to heal from the inside out.